Hello people, my name is Ferdy and in this tutorial I will show you step by step how to create a variable product within WooCommerce. In this case, a t-shirt with multiple sizes, multiple colors. And if I select a certain color like this, at once you see an image of that product. If I go for a white t-shirt, you see the white variation over here. You can configure each variation. So if you buy an XL version of the t-shirt, it will cost you $39.99. If you buy an L version, it costs you $29.99. And of course, you can also change the stock per variation. So it's one product with multiple variations. If you want to follow along with the same images I use in the tutorial, then go to ferdycorp.com/images, hit enter, and there they go. I drag them to the desktop, and now you can follow along. If you want to learn from start to finish how to create a complete web shop using WordPress and WooCommerce, then watch this tutorial. Now, let's get started. In order to create a variable product, I go to New, Product, and I go for T-shirt. We're going to talk about all this stuff right now. Let's go to Dummy, Text, Generator. Click on the first result and grab some text so we can see how it will look on our website. So I fill it in over here at the product description. Then I scroll down. I fill it in here at the product short description. Then I want to go to the right sidebar. Over here, I want to add a product image. And in order to do that, I go over here, click on Set Product Image. I upload files, select files. Then I go to my computer to the desktop, to the folder I just downloaded. And then I go to WooCommerce. And I go for the t-shirts. I click over here, hold Shift, open them all. And I grab this image and I click on Set Product Image. Then I scroll down. I go to Product Categories. I add a new category. That will be T-shirts. I click on Add New Category. And there it is. I scroll down a bit further. Then I go to Product Tags and I say white, black, t-shirt. And then I click on Add. I scroll up. And here at Product Gallery, let's add the other 3 images, add to the gallery. So now we can focus on this area. So if we go to product data, we need to go for a variable product. And there we see an extra tab, attributes. I go to the attributes and let me show you 2 ways on how we can do things. First one is this one. On the product page, we go to attributes and I can create a new attribute and I can call this size or color or version. Well, in this case, I want to go for the size and now I can enter multiple sizes. For instance, small. Then I need to use Shift \, that's a pipe, I think. And I can say medium. Then I can say large. And then I can say extra large. Okay, I want both of these options checked and I save the attributes. Okay, so now people can choose 4 sizes, but I want to make it even more complicated. Even though I will explain to you how everything works. I want to add a new attribute. This time it's color. Color. And I want to have 2 colors. The first one is white and the second one is black. I save the attributes. Okay. So what I want to do, I have 4 sizes and I have 2 colors and I want to make a variation of all those possibilities. So really simple, 2 times 4, there are 8 variations. So if I save the attributes, I go to variations, and then I can click on generate variations and that will be based on the attributes we have. So 2 times 4, it will be a total of 8 variations. 8 variations do not have prices. So the first thing I want to do, I want to add a main price. The great thing is for every variation, we can have a different price, but I want to start by adding a price that's the same for everyone, and that's $29.99. I add the price, and if I would expand all these different options, the price everywhere will be $99.99. A few more things I want to do. The default form values. So let me publish this. Take a look at the product. Look at this. I can choose an option, small, and the color black. But by default, if I refresh the page, nothing is selected. Well, I want something to be selected at once when people enter this page. Otherwise, they need to do something extra. So in order to do that, I can do that over here at the variations. The default of form values. By default, I want to select the large white t-shirt. So I save the changes. I refresh the page and by default, it will be large and white. So let's go back because I want to add a few other settings over here or add some information. And I can also add information to all those products at the same time using a bulk action. I want to go for the stock because right now, if I select something, medium, black, add it to the cart, there's no stock. So I can even add 1,000, update the cart. It's a nice amount of money, but I don't have 1,000 in stock. So I need to manage the stock. So I go to the bulk actions and I say toggle manage stock. Okay, so now we've managed stock. So right now, if I would go back to the product, it will say it's out of stock because now we need to fill in how much stock we have. Well, I would start with 20 products per size and color. So 20 small whites, small blacks, medium whites, etc. So I go for bulk actions and then I say stock. Now I can fill this in and I can say 20. The question is that smart? You can see in the statistics which products will be bought most. And based on that, you can have a higher or a lower stock. But right now, everything has a stock of 20. So I refresh this. Medium, black, 20 in stock. If I go to variations and small white, I can say I only have 10 in stock. Update. So I was talking about small white. Now if I refresh the page and the stock is 20, if I go for a white small, there's only 10 in stock. So that's because over here I said there are different stock quantities. I can do the same with the price. I can scroll down all the way, go to extra large and say for extra large, it is $34.99. Also for the black one, $34.99. So by default, people select the L, which is $29.99. But if I go for a large one or extra large, it's $34.99. So per variation, you can adjust things, but we can take it even a step further, which is really nice. Right now we have the color white. If I want to select a black t-shirt, I can select black, but then I still see the white t-shirt. If you want to change that, if you want to represent in the image over here what you're selecting over here, then we can expand them all at variations. Expand. I'm getting a little bit excited, so maybe, or you should slow down the tutorial or rewind a few times, or I should maybe talk a little bit more slow. So let me do that. I go for the small white, and if it says white over here, I click here and I go for the white t-shirt. I scroll down, black. I select the black front. White, so white, black, white, black. And I only have to do this once. It takes some time, but then it is all automatically been displayed and processed in our website, which is amazing. I love to automate things. Actually, showing this tutorial is automatic. That's also what I like. Maybe right now I'm asleep. You're watching this tutorial. How great is that? Check this out. Black, white, large, black. If I go for extra large, black, you see black. If I go for white, the price is different. If I go for small and white, the stock is different. So that's what you can do over here with a variable product. Each variation can have their own settings. So I can have their own, and they can have their own SKU numbers. One can be on sale. We can allow back orders. So that's the great thing about a variable product. But let me show you something That's even a bit more next level. If I go to the homepage, I can see t-shirt and the price range. The most of them are $29.99 and the XLs are $34.99. I can select options instead of add to cart. If I add this to the cart, immediately it will be added to the cart. There you go. But if I have a variation, I can select the options and then I go to the page and then I can change things over here. But how would it be if we could display this with images and with colors and labels instead of these options? That would make it easier for the visitor. And that's what we want. We want to make sales. I assume when you create a web shop, you want to make sales. So let me show you a better way on how to display this. And in order to do that, I go to the backend, to plugins, add new, and then I search for variation swatches. And I need to go for the one from cart flows. I see it over here. And if you can't find it, just hit cart flows on your keyboard, or type it in. And there it is. More than 100,000 installations. Install now. And I activate it. So what I want to do now, I want to go to my product, t-shirt. And actually I want to remove all the attributes. Remove and remove. Save the attributes. I go to variations. And now they are gone, which is totally what I want. So now I go to products, attributes. I want to create attributes over here. Why? If I use the color blue in my website for multiple products, I don't have to create them one by one every time. Because if I create another t-shirt with variations, I need to do everything again. So I need to go to attributes, create size, create color, choose the colors or fill them in over here. What I want to have those colors already visible somewhere in my website, and then I can just choose them over here. Let me show it to you. I go to the product attributes, and first I go for the size again. So now I can have so many sizes, and the variation swatch type, I want it to be a label. The shape, I want it to be a circle, and the size, I want it to be 36. Add the attribute. So we have added an attribute that we can choose for every product we create. Every variable product, we can choose this attribute. So the size, in order to configure that, I need to go to product attributes and then over here, configure terms. So now I can create a size. The first one is XS, extra small. I don't need a description. Then I need an S. Middle or medium, large, XL, 2XL, 3XL. So those are the sizes I have on my website. Maybe not for the t-shirt, but maybe for other products I will sell. I can always add some later. So I go to products, attributes, and then size, configure them. And I can add new ones. I can also remove ones. So now I go for the second attribute, which is color. But this time I don't want to use a label. No. I want to use a color. And the shape is a circle. And again, it is 36. I add the attribute. And this time it's not a label, but a color. So if I click on configure terms, I can choose the color black, which is actually not a color. And then I can choose the color also over here. I add new color, and now it's displayed like this. I can do the same for white. Again, it takes some time to configure this, but in the long run, it will save you so much time and it will make it so much easier for you. So which colors are you gonna use in your website, or which product colors for products are you gonna use? So I will have red colors, red products in my website. So I will have the color red, and I will select red. I will have green colors, green products in my website. So I select green. I will have blue colors in my website. And as I said, you can always expand this later. So let's keep it with this. Everything is saved already. So now I go to all products, to the t-shirt again. This time I go to variations or attributes, but this time I'm not going to create a new one like this size. No, I'm going to add an existing one. The first one is size. And then I can select all the sizes I want to select. But I don't need 2XL or 3XL. I only want to use XS, medium, small, and large. No XS and XL. Those 4. Don't mind the order. I just save it. Then I click here again. I want to go for the color. And there are only 2 colors I want to select, black and white. And if I create a new product with variations, then I can select other colors. If I sell a variable product with the color green and red, then I can choose those. But right now I only want to use those 4 sizes and those 2 colors. I save the attributes. I do exactly the same thing. I go to variations and they're already over here. Okay, let me remove those. I can do 2 things. I can link them now, like make them small, black, small, white, etc. But I want to show you how I would do it from scratch. So I go to variations, generate variations, and there I go. And now, right now, they already have everything linked. I do the same thing. So let me go through it a little bit faster. 29.99. I go to bulk actions, toggle manage stock. Then I go for a stock of 20. I expand them all. And for black, I add this one. So let me fast forward. Okay, and for XL, I want to make it $39.99. Also this one, it's an XL black, $39.99. And then at the small area, for instance, white and small. Let me collapse everything. S white, I can change the stock to 10. Let me update it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, right now, when I go to the website, now we see something else. Look at that. Now we can change the size and the color. And we see it already in the catalog page. So already over here, we can make a selection, M and black, and add it to the cart. And before we saw choose options, something like that. So I prefer also that everywhere we see the same thing. We saw select options. So what I need to do, I need to go to the product and I need to create this one over here, L, white, save. So we see add to cart instead of choose options or select options. So by default, L, white is selected. If I go to the product page, look at this, L, M, S. And if I change the color, this happens. I love this. What I don't like is the order over here. If you want to change that, you need to buy a plugin from myself. I created it. It's $50 per day, but it really will help you to change the order. No, of course not. You can change this by going to the backend, to products, attributes. Then we go to the size. And here I can change the order. So I start with the smallest. And S, M, L, XL, 2XL, 3XL. Now if I go to the website, S, M, L, XL. If I take a look at the product, S, M, L, XL. So I can have multiple colors over here. And the great thing, as I said before, now if I'm going to create a new variation, I can choose sizes and colors from the attributes I have already created over here. And in the long run, that will save me a lot of time. You can add a third one, which is an image. So what I could do, t-shirt, image, default shape, circle. And then I could say, make it 50. Add the attribute. Okay, configure. Then I could have 2 black t-shirt, upload an image, which is this one, and add a new t-shirt, and a white t-shirt, upload an image of the white one. Okay. Now let me create a new product really quick. Product t-shirt 2. And now I can go to attributes and I can choose t-shirts. I can select which one I want to have, black and white. Save the attributes. Then I go for size. I go for S and M. Only those two. Okay, then I change this to a variable product. Go to variations, generate variations. So only 2 options. I expand them. The black one is, of course, this one and the white one. Okay, I want to set a price. $29.99. Okay, okay. Publish. Let's take a look at the product. Now, based on the image, I can choose it. So there are 3 swatches, images. So that's what you can use. Or text, labels, or colors. And you can also combine them all 3. And also on the catalog page, it will look so great, as you see. And then if you don't want that, click over here, edit product, and make sure that add variations by default, one of the t-shirts or one of the products is selected. So now I see add to cart, add to cart, and add to cart. Unless I change it, and then it will look like that. So again, labels, colors, and images. How great is that? I think that's pretty great. We're still working with free tools. And I have to say, I'm impressed what is free within WordPress. I love WordPress. And it's a great moment to ask you, please like this video if this video is helpful. And subscribe for more upcoming tutorials like these. I like to make high quality, in-depth tutorials so you can learn how to make a website. If you want to learn more about categories, tags, product descriptions, featured images, the gallery, and more about configuring the product page, then you can watch this tutorial. There I'll show you everything there is to know. Thank you for watching this tutorial. Good luck with your website and bye-bye.